So today I want to ask the question, fan frets or multi-scaled instruments, gimmick or game changer, and I'm also going to review this Dingwall Combustion 4-string bass. I'll see you inside the video. Hey guys, it's James here from eBassGuitar, and over the last decade or so we have seen more and more fan-fretted bass guitars or multi-scaled instruments coming into the market, and they're becoming more and more popular. So today I want to ask the question, are they a gimmick or are they a real true game changer in the world of bass guitar? So in just a second I'm going to review this bass guitar and do 4 tone tests towards the end of this video so you can hear it in action. I'm really excited because at the time of making this video we are in fact giving away this fantastic Dingwall Combustion 4-string bass guitar. I could be shipping this directly to your front door. Why? Because we're celebrating the launch of our brand new revamped educational system, the BassLab Plus 2.0, over at eBassGuitar.com. The BassLab Plus is the #1 place on the web where beginner to intermediate bass guitar players can learn to play, perfect, and perform their favorite bass lines and songs. We put together a whole educational system which will take you through 9 levels, right from playing your very first notes to giving you all of the skills to join a band, play in the worship team on a Sunday morning, go to a jam session, or simply rock out at home in your practice room playing your favorite songs. So if you'd like to discover more about the BassLab Plus 2.0 and of course how to win this incredible bass guitar, the giveaway is open to absolutely everybody. There are links in the description below this video. So let's get into the review. The first thing I want to discuss is the build quality of this instrument. So this instrument is fundamentally made in China, but then it's shipped to Canada and it's set up by Sheldon Dingwall and his team out there. So the final quality control is really, really tight. And the build quality of this instrument is unbelievably good. I can't fault it anywhere. So the body is made out of swamp ash and the neck is a 5-piece maple neck. But the thing I would love you to check out is this incredible figured top on here. This is just a beautiful, beautiful instrument. It's up there with the very, very best custom-made basses I've ever played. So let's get into the thing which makes this bass really exciting and unique in the marketplace, and that's the fan fret system. This was developed by Ralph Novak, and the idea is that we have a 34-inch scale on the top G string, and we go down to a 36.25 scale length on the low E. I just had to check I was getting that right. Now the principle here is the longer the string length, the better the tension of the string and the resulting tone that we'll get out of that. I'm going to test that at the end of this lesson. But this is based on very, very sound principles which have been around for hundreds upon hundreds of years. You'll see this system used inside pianos all of the time. If you look at the higher pitched notes, they have shorter strings. If you look at the lower pitched notes inside the body of the piano, they have longer strings. And hence this dictates the shape of the piano, particularly the grand piano. So this has real sense behind it. Now, how does this play out in practice? It gives us these fan frets. So as we go towards the headstock here, you'll notice that the frets fan in from left to right as you're going towards the ground. And towards the bridge here, you'll notice they fan in from right to left. Now this very slightly can change some of how the fretboard feels. I'm going to talk about that later in the video and see if it's a real challenge or not. So let's talk hardware next. We have individual bridge saddles right here to create the fan fretted system. Then up at this end, we have modified hip shop ultralight tuners, which I've loved now for decades. They're shorter pegs which create better sustain and work with the fan fretted system really nicely. Dingwall have supplied their own brand of strings here, which they've developed for multi-scale instruments. They're nickel. To me, they sound absolutely great straight out the box. So let's talk pickups and electronics, and this is where it gets super interesting again. Now, Dingwall do a 2 pickup model of this bass guitar, which I've got right here. and a 3 pickup model too. Now, as part of our giveaway that we're running at the time of making this video, we are also giving you the upgrade kit so that you could turn this bass guitar into the 3 pickup model for even more tonal options. So this bass is full of really innovative design. We've already seen that with the fan frets, but the pickup and electronics are just the same here. Rather than having a typical pickup blend here, they have a 4-way selector switch here. So I'm going to give you 4 tone tests shortly, but let's just go through the knobs here so you know what they do. So we have the standard volume here. We have this 4-way pickup selector. Then we have a bass control, a mid control, and a treble control here. And the thing that I love here is we have the active passive switch right there. So if your battery fails, you can just kick it out of active mode into passive mode, or you can use the preamp. And this is a really nice EMG preamp that they put in here to create a completely different sound, say for slap bass. So one more thing that I want to show you, which I've never seen on a bass guitar before, which I absolutely love, is the battery compartment here for the active EMG circuit. Now what we do here is we simply just pull it off. It's magnets, so you can do the fastest battery change you need. Inside here are 2 9-volt batteries to power the 18-volt EMG circuit. So that it is a beast of a circuit with so many tonal options and power within it. So let's talk pickups and tone and hear what this bass sounds like. So the pickups in here are Dingwall's very own design. They are called the FD3N, and the N stands for neodymium. Now the interesting thing to me here is this is the same magnet or same material which are used in lightweight speaker drivers, which really changed the game over the last 15 years in speaker technology, and it's really cool to see them in pickups. Pickups are designed to have a high output, yet smooth and aggressive tone at the same time. So let's hear what this sounds like pickup by pickup. So I'm going to start with the pickup nearest the neck here, so the neck pickup. So let's move on to the next position. This is the bridge pickup with the neck in series. Let's hear it. So that's a really punchy, in-your-face sound. So the next position here is the bridge pickup, but with the neck pickup in parallel. Let's hear it. Now the difference between series and parallel is all to do with the wiring between the pickups and the pickup selector. But in basic terms, I think of series as having more punch and more aggression, and parallel as just being a little bit more mellow. Let's move on to the final pickup selector position here, which is simply just the bridge pickup. Sounds like this. So as you can hear, using the 4-way pickup selector, there are a ton of tonal choices already, and we haven't even begun to engage the active EQ or using pick or slap bass or anything like that. But the important thing for me when testing out any new bass is to always listen to it within the context of music. So I'm going to take it through 4 tone tests, 1 for each pickup position. Now I'm going to start off with the neck pickup and play an old school kind of country groove, and so you can hear that sound. So this is the neck pickup solo.
2, 3, 4.
Let's move on to the bridge with the neck in series, and you'll hear this has a much more in-your-face, punchy sound. Check it out.
2, 3, 4.
So this is the bridge with the neck in parallel. Notice how this is just a bit mellower than the previous example. So check this out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So next we're going to check out the bridge pickup solo here and listen to the incredible punch. I can't resist just adding a little bit of bottom end on here too to give it even more wallop. So check this out.
2, 3, 4.
So let's start wrapping up. What do I think of this bass guitar? First of all, let's talk about the fan fret system. Now, what you're going to discover with this is it very slightly moves some of the hand shapes, but in reality, after a few hours of playing it, you don't notice it. Most of the challenges I've found here are in the upper register of the bass, particularly on these top strings rather, as the frets start to come slightly this way. So if you're playing patterns like that, you might just have to watch your position shifting a little bit. But a few hours getting used to it, I had absolutely no problem whatsoever. So I've got total confidence that if you want to switch from a regular scale length instrument to a fan fret instrument, it really won't cause any issues whatsoever. So let's talk gimmick or game changer. Does the fan fret system make a real significant difference? Now, my answer to that in a nutshell is yes, because this instrument for me is the most innovative, exciting instrument that I've seen in the last decade. And I've played hundreds upon hundreds of basses now, and this one went, this is different. Now, one of the things I've been looking to try and find for many years is a modern sounding bass like this one, which also has warmth and punch to it, like the older school instruments you typically play. Now, I believe I found it with this bass. Now, going back to the fan fret system here, this system here gives real punch and definition to the low strings. Listen to that. Such clarity to the note. Now, where I think this will really come into its own is on the 5-string basses, because those go up to a 37-inch scale length. So I can't wait to try one of those. So I do think this fan fret system makes a real difference. I think it's the next logical step in bass playing development to really get the most out of the instruments and take them to the next level. And that's really what I think Sheldon Dingwall has really achieved with this bass guitar. So that's the end of today's video, folks. I really hope you've enjoyed it. A quick reminder, at the time of making this video, we are giving away this incredible bass guitar. I don't want to see it go, but I've got to wrap it up and put it in the post to some lucky bass player somewhere in the world. So if you'd like to be in with the chance of winning this bass guitar as part of our Bass Lab Plus 2.0 relaunch, make sure you click the link in the description below. The giveaway is open to absolutely everybody, so please do enter. Details in the description below. cheers, that's it for now. And I'm so excited to be giving away this incredible bass guitar. If you get the chance to play one, make sure you do because they are unbelievable.